This terrible story of a woman found floating in Newtown Creek at the foot of Pink Street, bound with wire and sash cord to a 6-foot iron bar, which ran full length from the back of the head to the ankles and had been encased in a burlap bag. This is incredibly specific, and whoever disposed of this body went to great trouble in arranging it, even if those arrangements were just about concealing it from the place of the murder to a boat on the creek. The next day, a man is found in the same spot. Monday, May 16, 1927, the New York Times. Find another body in Newtown Creek. Police think man and woman were murdered on barge and cast overboard. Wedding ring is a clue. Jewelry on man's finger has the inscription MZ to MT, June 4, 1911. In the same part of Newtown Creek, off the foot of Pink Street in the Greenpoint section of Brooklyn, where the body of a woman was found on Saturday, the body of a man was found floating yesterday. The police believe that the man and the woman were murdered aboard a barge or tugboat in the East River, and that their bodies were thrown overboard. Their bodies apparently had been in the water for several hours. The woman's body was bound with wire and sash cord, which was wrapped around a 6-foot iron bar or winch, apparently taken from a barge, and was encased in burlap bags, but the man's body was not trussed up or covered. The condition of the bodies is such that the authorities can get no idea of the cause of death until autopsies are performed today in the Kings County morgue. The man was 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighed about 180 pounds, and appeared to be about 35 years old. He wore a brown knitted sweater, brown trousers, white cotton underwear, white socks, and black shoes. Several teeth were missing. He wore a gold wedding ring with the inscription MZ to MT, June 4, 1911, a clue to his identity, which will be followed up today by inquiries at the Marriage License Bureau, the Missing Persons Bureau, and the Boat Owners Association. The woman, who was about 50 years old, was about 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighed 110 pounds, had long gray hair, and wore a gray sweater, black skirt, and 1 shoe and stocking. She wore 2 wedding rings, which were without inscription. Monday, May 16, 1927, the Brooklyn Citizen. Police probing finding of 2 bodies in creek. The body of a man about 35 years of age was found floating in Newtown Creek off the end of Pink Street yesterday, near the place where the body of a woman, trussed with wire, was found Saturday, according to the police of the Greenpoint station. The body was discovered by employees of the Reichert Towing Corporation, whose yards are nearby, and patrolman Robert Lyons of the Greenpoint precinct dragged the body from the water. The man was fully clad and wore a gold wedding band inside of which was inscribed MZ to MT, June 4, 1911. The man was 5 feet 8 inches tall. The skull was badly broken in, the police said, but this was attributed to the body coming in contact with piles and rocks in the creek, rather than to foul play. The body, the police said, had been in the water about 6 months, as had that of the woman found Saturday. Captain John Betts of the Greenpoint precinct and Captain Charles Wointz of Herbert Street viewed the body and had it removed to the Kings County morgue. Autopsies will be performed on both bodies within a few days, but have been deferred for the present pending efforts to identify them. Investigation into the finding of the woman's body trussed with wire and covered by a burlap bag on Saturday so far has disclosed nothing. Captain Wentz said that the 2 bodies had apparently been stuck in the mud at the bottom of the creek for a number of months and had been released within the last few days by the spring tide in the creek and the recent heavy ship traffic. We will note that the American Manufacturing Company had a large jute burlap factory at the foot of Noble Street, 11 blocks south of Pink Street. Pink Street itself is no more. Old maps show that Pink Street used to sit at the north tip of Franklin Street, running between the yards of the Export Lumber Company from Commercial Street to the creek. Today, where Pink Street used to be, lies Blue Slip, a little driveway delivery truck parking area between the new apartment tower to Blue Slip and a block of market buildings.